Hi, everyone. We are here today at Oxford House. I'm Dawn from Thrive Music YYC on behalf of the TLB group. As many of you have heard, we are doing a YYC Rocks for Recovery October 16th at the King's Head Pub. This is in support of the Oxford House Foundation of Canada. They are a clean and sober living environment. We are here with Earl today, and he can tell us a little bit more about what Oxford is.
Hi. I am the program manager at the Oxford House Foundation. I've been here 7 years. My whole career in the addictions field has been here. We provide, and I have went through we call it transitional sober housing, but we house people coming out of treatment centers that have completed their treatment of any length. We also we house people that are in the TKO program inside penal institutes. If they're in part of a program there, they can come out of there and come into an Oxford House. That was one of the things that I had lifted when I came into program manager position, because we used to have a 30-day wait for anybody that was incarcerated before they could apply for Oxford House. And what are you going to do when you get incarcerated if you don't have a safe place to go? You're going to go out and you're going to repeat the same thing. So I removed that, and now they can come directly into an Oxford House. The houses it is structured living, it is supported living. We have 2 support workers that stop by the houses and make sure that people are attending their recovery-based meetings, make sure that they are having house meetings, make sure that their houses are upkept, and just to offer support to the residents in there if they have any questions to do with any programs that they could need, emotional healing, trauma healing, spiritual. There's so many resources out there for the people in Oxford House that we want to be able to offer any type of help that people need.
And you have houses in Calgary and in Edmonton, correct?
Yes, we have 16 men's houses in Calgary, 4 ladies' houses in Calgary, and in Edmonton we have 6 men's and 2 ladies' houses.
That is very impressive. Yeah. Now I understand right now you guys are not completely full, which is very surprising for the environments that you provide that provides so much help to those in need.
Yeah, I think because we are 100% abstinent living. You cannot use, period, in an Oxford House. And for me, that was the best thing that could happen for myself. There was no leeway. I know there's a lot of organizations out there and other housing that aren't, and I think that's what is attracting a lot of people. We want people that are serious about recovery, serious about changing their lives in our houses.
Now, at one point, you were in an Oxford House. You come from a background of recovery.
I have, I was addict and alcoholic for most of my life, actually. I started using when I was 12. When I sobered up, I was 37. So, 25 years. At my young age seems like a lot, but I'm a formerly homeless gentleman. I was on the streets in Calgary for 7 years, and I went into treatment after my common law was murdered. About 4 months after my common law was murdered, I had no way of. I didn't know how to reach out for help. I was emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually drained. I didn't know how to deal with it, so I went into a native-based treatment center, and I actually reconnected with my roots because I am Aboriginal. I learned how to deal with that experience, trauma, hurt, and how to talk and ask for help. So it was huge.
One of the biggest things is being able to ask for help, is it not?
Yeah, and to be able to talk. We all carry such a heavy load. Us addicts and alcoholics carry a real heavy load. I know myself, even before I ended up homeless, I was pointing my fingers and giggling and laughing, but you can't, for me, you don't know what that person went through, right? If everybody knew what I had went through in my lifestyle, half the people I talk to now say, I can't believe you were on the streets. And I said, I was that homeless guy that you were pointing to. That was me. And this is me. This is who I was meant to be. Right?
And
so,
helping others by living it yourself is such a incredible feat, and I'm sure it's just very emotional for you to help people go through this process all over again.
It's emotionally draining. I used to be a concrete tile roofer, and when I was doing this support aspect, even when I help out now, I am more tired from the physical and emotional drain. Just hearing people pour their hearts out to you, asking for help, than lifting 60,000 pounds of concrete. I'm more drained now than I was then.
I can't even imagine. So anybody who is looking to ask for help, how do they get in touch with you?
The easiest way is to go to our website, right? And I would say, because most of the people coming in are going into detox centers or are picking up the phone or going on the computer and looking for help. You just need to Google www.oxfordhouse.ca and the application. A full explanation of what we do, what we provide is on that site. But any treatment center or detox center, if you're asking about sober transitional housing, will mention us, hopefully.
Well, we will make sure we get the word out there, so moving forward, anybody who does need help will know about Oxford House, and for anyone who is looking to be able to assist and help in your organization, we will definitely get everyone the links for how they can make donations or volunteer. I assume you take volunteers?
Yeah, we're right now, what we're doing is we're going through facelifts, we'll say, of a lot of our houses. I think new carpet, new paint, new linoleum, furniture. We're making the houses feel more like home for people coming in. Right? We want them to be comfortable. We want them to stick around. We want them to get to know their roommates and become a family. Right? It's called Oxford House, but we provide homes for people in recovery.
And that being said, everybody does deserve a clean and safe home to reside in.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Earl, it was very a pleasure
Thank you.
talking to you, and we will have lots more to talk about at the YYC Rocks for Recovery, October 16th, King's Head Pub.
Perfect. I'll be there. See, and when a new resident comes in, we will say, "What do you want? What don't you want?" For furniture, right? This is their place of solace where they can come in, shut the door. They have a TV, they can set it up. They can just make themselves feel at home, put pictures of their kids, their family, whichever, right? Like if the guy said, I don't want that in there, we'll take it out. Next house meeting right there. Vince uses a Rocky View as a reference house. Thanks guys for being a part of my recovery and having me as a roommate. Oh, that was Jill. That's cool. Little inspirational notes. There it is. We just put all this in here. New linoleum. I installed the dishwasher there. There's a lot of stuff that we do as workers. Because Vince was in the construction industry for a while. Melissa was in rentals. Right, I can do a lot of stuff. I won't touch plumbing, but minor electrical work I can do. Right, we all chip in, and we're all accountable for what Oxford House looks like and how it runs. Right.
Impressive.
5 guys in the house. You have to have 2 fridges. But for the most part, everything when you come into an Oxford House is fully furnished. Right down to your pillowcase. Right, there's no bedding here. But it's probably in the washing machine or it's in the linen closet. Because when a resident moves out, it's up to the rest of the people in the house to make the room more comfortable for the person coming in. If we were to call these guys and say, we're going to have an interview for a new guy coming out of Simon House. Can you get his room ready? They would get all the bedding in here, put it a pile on the bed, and then they would do the interview with the person. If everything worked out and the guy looked like he would be a good candidate, they would bring him into the room and they would just ask him, what do you need? What don't you need? You know, the guy might say, I don't want the recliner in here and I don't want that end table. We'll take him out, put him downstairs or in another vacant room. We'll just get it all set up for the next guy coming in.
Nice. Now you mentioned that you interview new candidates for the home with the people that already live there.
It's a 2-interview process. They send their application via the website. Some people still fax, but we're trying to go paperless to save the environment. So if we get that, we review the application, we make contact with them. They come into our office for the initial intake interview. We need to get a feel of who they are, what their addiction is, some of the struggles in their life, and mostly what their aftercare plan is when they leave.
Right.
You have to have motivation. You have to want to improve your life.
Do you have a lot of individuals that wind up staying on and working with you guys even after they've gone through their recovery?
There's people who've moved out and they still volunteer for us. So we started an alumni group. It's so hard to keep in touch with people after they leave, right? I myself have about a dozen people that have moved out that still stay in touch with me all the time.
Nice.
Tell me their milestones. One guy just took 5 years.
Way to go.
So yeah, it's good when they stay in touch because then you know it's working even after they leave.
And that must mean a lot to you that they've taken the time to include you in their futures.
I'm a big softie, so it's rewarding. What I do is rewarding. How can you call it a job when you love doing it, right? Mm-hmm. I get to do something I love, and I get to raise a family doing so.
Well, I thank you again for bringing us to the home and for showing us what is possible through Oxford House and your contributions and everything that you've done with the organization. Again, anyone who would like to help, please go to their website, www.oxfordhouse.ca. Whether you are looking for help or willing to offer help to others, please go and sign up. Again, YYC Rocks for Recovery, October 16th, King's Head Pub. We hope to see everybody out, and we will see you there as well.
Thank you.